Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today we're doing I'm not sure it's going to be a quick job on the Disco 3. So I've had obviously my Disco 3 is a V8 with LPG, so there is nowhere to put the spare wheel. So most of the time we wing it, leave the spare wheel at home. So what I did about a year ago, I happened to purchase a spare wheel carrier. Really good price. I'm not going to say the price. I didn't know what type it was until I got home and did a bit of research, because it wasn't a terra firma, and when I did find out I was very shocked. I don't know how to quite say that, but it's a Nakatanenga. Now these retail at 1,500 quid. This is the base for it. This is what you fit on the actual truck. So this isn't going to be an in-depth how-to, because it's all very similar to fitting a terra firma one. Terra firma? I think it's terra firma. But yeah, there's other videos out there, so I'm just going to show you very quickly what I'm doing to this one. So let me show you what I've done on the truck so far. Obviously you've got to take the bumper off. I'm not going to show you how to do that. So I've just cut this. So this is a hole straight down there, and you can probably wing it, measure it, and see when you put that thing. I can't put it on the moment with the paint drying, but that's what I've done so far. This is the piece I took out, so you can see it sort of goes like that. So you've got to cut the top and then the cut there. This is the other part. This is the swingaway part with the bearing in, and then you've got that. I'll show you a bit more detail when I've got a bit further. So basically this sits like that. You've got 2 bolts there, 1 there, 2 on the top there, and 2 over there, and then obviously some more underneath. Pretty much the same as all the others, but the difference between this and all the others is this is made of stainless steel, not mild steel, stainless steel. This won't rust. That's why it's so expensive. Okay, I'm letting the paint dry. Trying to offer this up before the rain comes. Probably finish tomorrow now, because the rain is due all afternoon, all evening. Right, top tip, because it's really difficult to get your hand, well, it's pretty much impossible to get your hand through the hole to put the nut on. What I've done is I've put a bit of masking tape underneath, and the washer is sort of held on with a bit of copperies. We're going to see if that works. Right, so there it is fitted. Now this hole at the back, this is the back, the left. You put that one in first, and you have to go through here with your spanner, and then that gives you enough, you can pivot off here and make sure this is nice and flush, which actually this is pretty good. A lot of the videos I've seen there, they're smacking this with a mallet, but this one is pretty well made and fits perfectly. You can see there, and then that's where the swing arm goes. So we're just going to put that one in and use this, see if I can do it. Not sure I'll be able to video it though. The washer's moved slightly. Get off. think we're on. Yeah, we're on. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. So I'm just going to nip that up. I think we're on there. Spins the wrong way. Right, that's nipped up. Right, that one's in. Now you can see, you can kind of pivot this if you need to, but that's as far. Yeah. Right, so now we've got to drill the holes. So we do the front first, and the top two ones, and then we do the underneath afterwards. Hopefully you can hear because the wind's got up. So I've just drilled 3 10mm holes, 1, 2 and 3. Just put some paint on there, wait for that to dry. Then I'm going to put the bolts in and somehow work a way of getting the nuts in through this hole, because you can't get in this way, so that's going to be a challenge. Right, the hardest part of this job is to get the bolts through that plate and trying to get the nuts on the back. So I came up with this contraption. So it's best to have it flat, so you need an open on the end, and what I did was basically put some tape behind it to hold the nut in place, and then that's the ideal length for this, for the furthest one away. I can get that through the hole and hold it here and get the nut in, get the bolt on. I foolishly removed it to take the tape off, but in hindsight you probably don't want to, because getting it back on again is tricky. Kept getting cramped because it's such a small hole to hold, but I did it. Whew. And the best to use a whizzy gun, because once you get the nut on here, you want to quickly just do it as quickly as you can. Look. So you can see this is the furthest one away from the hole there. And that spanner with the extension just reaches, so basically go inside like that. And you have to hold it here and just get it on there, and then just do that with a whizzy gun. So I've got this one to do and that one to do. This should be a bit easier. Right, that's all 3 of those bolts done up and the top one done up. So I just need to drill a holes for this one, that one. Not sure one's supposed to go there, and there's 2 underneath. But that's the hardest part done. Right, it's finally all bolted on. I've got 2 bolts there. That one wasn't in the diagram, but I put it in anyway. 2 bolts up the top on the left, 3 going into the back, and then underneath we have 2 more. You see that? Those ones are probably the hardest. It's a double skin, so there's a lot of drilling to go through. That one furthest away you can get to through the hole I used earlier, and this one you can just about get in through there with a spanner. what I did was clamp the furthest one away to bring it a bit closer, otherwise you need a longer bolt, but it does work. Right, next up I need to cut the bumper. As I said, I found it easier just to put the nut in there with some masking tape, and then it won't fall out. It's probably easier on the open end spanner, because then that's nice and flat, whereas the ring spanner you can see it's at an angle, and when you're doing it blind it's a bit of a pain to make sure you've got the right angle, or you're never going to get the nut, the bolt cut. You're never going to get the bolt into the nut unless you've got the right angle, and if you're doing it blind it's a bit of a pain. But it's all doable. Just need various 17mm spanners, because these are M10s, so I have a few different ones. I even had a really long flat one. Oh, there you see. I used 3 plus a ratchet and another long one to get the various stages of. But it's all in now, so we just need to cut the bumper now. So Nakatanenga supply this template. So this part of the template is to cut the hole where they're on the bumper, where the actual swingaway sits in. That's a 52mm hole saw. I have a 51mm, which is going to be good enough. There's a bit of a, I measured it, there's a bit of a leeway there, so that's fine. And this part here, so this is basically the reflector on the rear bumper. So you line up that, and then you cut this hole here. This is for the latch, and then you've got another drill, a small hole there, and that is for this part, the rubber bung, which obviously it all sits against to make it nice and snug. I measured this on here. I did print this to scale, and when I measured it, it's a little bit under 6cm, but when I actually measured on the device, it was bang on 6cm from the edge to the middle. So that's why I wrote that there. So that's what I'm going to do. So fingers crossed that all lines up. So I'm just going to go and drill some holes in the bumper, obviously laying this on, and then put the bumper on, see if this lines up with a hole and this, and then we can do this afterwards. But first I have to swap out a parking sensor. Don't forget to remove the padding that was underneath where you're going to cut for the swingaway to come through under here. Right, so I've stuck the template on, and you can see this here lines up perfectly with the edge of the reflector. So I can actually, you can see I've broken it there, look. So we need to drill 4 holes there, and then this one here for the bung, which is not overly critical because it's quite a big bung. Long as the stud comes through, it's fine. It'll be covered up by the bung. So let's just quickly drill 4 holes, and then we can just cut this bit out. I'm going to do that one a little bit more over there, so it's there. Right, there we go. I've just done this one slightly to the right, as I said earlier, 6cm, so that should be fine. Right, that's the 2 holes made. I'll just use this to cut that out. So I'm just going to offer up the bumper now and see if it all lines up okay. Right, the bumper's almost back on. I mean, it's got to come off again anyway, but there you go. So that's not badly lined up. That's obviously on, so that lined up. The only problem I've got is my LPG filler is in the way, and I can't undo this. So I'm going to have to Don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. But anyway, the bumper's on this side. I need to take it off. I need to put another rib nut in there, and the same the other side. And then I've got to cut this out. The good thing about having a hole here is I can see if I'm right or not. So anyway, let's do that now. Alright, so I've got the template up. I've kind of lined it up with the edge of this extra bit here. Kind of looks like the middle, I think. Hard to say, so I'll drill a test pilot hole. Gonna see how we go. Anyway. Right, there we go. I was a little bit out on there, but luckily you get a cover anyway, so yeah, so you want to go a little bit nearer towards this way. See, it's a bit tight there, but there you go. So I need to fit this on to here. There you go. So it's a little bit out. So I just need to connect this. This is quite tight up against here, so I had to, because the whole thing goes in. Didn't realise that. So the 51mm was obviously not going to be big enough, but the whole arm goes in and has to sit flush, otherwise it won't line up. But the cover will cover that anyway, so that's why I haven't put the ram on. The strut. So I haven't put the strut on. There you go, it's all on. I just need to buy some walnuts because I don't have any. I need to buy them, and then that's it. All done. I had to cut a little bit off the stopper because it was just too much, and I couldn't lock it in place. So I'm guessing that's what you're supposed to do. That's how the locking mechanism looks like. Well, I hope it is anyway. Clean that up, that's good. So I hope you like that quick video. Well, it's quick for you, it wasn't quick for me. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to think about subscribing, comment and like, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.